Speaker, I have an amendment at the desk.
Clerk will designate the amendment.
Amendment number 1, printed in Part A of House Report number 114-420, offered by Mr. Grijalva of Arizona.
Pursuant to House Resolution 609, the gentleman from Arizona, Mr. Grijalva, and a member opposed, each will control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Arizona.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my amendment simply asks that in the spirit of this bill and the context of examining the debt, we take a look at the federal revenue trends, which are a critical part of the conversation we are having. Specifically, this amendment asks Treasury to include in their report the historic levels of federal revenue, including information on corporate and individual federal income taxes. While we may disagree on the merits of the underlying bill, I hope that we can agree that it is important to have a complete picture of the federal budget when looking at debt and deficit issues. When we look closer at our current revenue policies, a fuller picture emerges, and this picture could change our perspective on the needs to cut programs and instead raise questions about the need to close loopholes that prevent us from investing in areas of the budget that support the middle class and working families. Here's a few reasons why we may want to consider changes to this conversation. Corporations used to contribute $1 out of every $3 in federal revenue. Today, it's $1 out of every $10. And at the same time, corporations are more profitable than almost ever before. American taxpayers are losing about $90 billion every year due to offshore tax loopholes. In the 1950s, corporate taxes were about 6% of the economy. Today, they are 1.9%. All in all, federal revenue contributed by corporate taxes has dropped by 2/3 over the last 6 decades. Mr. Speaker, this amendment would also allow Treasury to look at individual tax rates so that we can examine if the wealthy are really paying their fair share. Currently, many tax loopholes are reserved for wealthy Americans, and these tax giveaways are leaving the middle class to pick up their tab. Some multimillionaires and billionaires are paying a lower effective tax rate than the average American family. This is wrong. Hard work should never be taxed at a higher rate than making money off of Wall Street. Our tax code is full of tax loopholes and tax breaks benefiting big corporations and the rich. When they don't pay their fair share of the taxes, the rest of us pick up the tab. American families end up paying higher taxes or getting fewer services, and the country goes deeper in debt. If corporations and the rich pay their fair share, the economy will work better for everyone. Instead of making seniors pay more for Medicare or cutting Social Security benefits, we could close loopholes that allow large corporations to hide profits offshore. Instead of cutting funding for teachers and firefighters, we should ask multimillionaires and billionaires to pay at least as high a tax rate as those public servants pay. America's richest corporations should not be able to dodge fair taxes to pay lower rates than middle-class families. It's time to address corporate tax dodging and invest in America again. If we close these loopholes for corporations that ship jobs overseas, hide profits offshore, we can raise billions of dollars to invest in America. We can make our classrooms less crowded, improve roads and bridges, and provide more security for the American people. Unfortunately, the bill we are voting on today leaves out this entire conversation and instead offers false choices of austerity or default.